Mr. Grant, welcome to Finland.
Oh, I've been here a lot of times. I competed back in the 70s here in Helsinki, and I've lived here as well. I lived in Denmark, Sweden, and Switzerland as well. So I'm very know what's going on in Europe. It's a great peninsula. It's great, Europe. I've loved it. I love training here. I love the people here, and it's great. And there'll be some other things going on here with me here in Europe.
Okay, you are well known from the 70s, your bodybuilding achievements, and you've trained with Arnold, like you said, Tom Platz, Frank Zane maybe?
Frank Zane,
yeah.
Robbie Robinson, he's all there. Dave Draper, he's from the same area in New Jersey. He's from Secaucus, I'm from Orange.
Yeah. So you talked a little bit about the nature of bodybuilding nowadays compared to the old days. What points can you kind of make the difference between the modern and the old school bodybuilding?
Oh, I think it's a big spread. It's a big wide spread. Before we were looking for symmetry, those things that were really counting back in the day. You wanted to have a symmetrical body. Everything wanted to be, good in place. It wasn't about how big you were. It's the quality of the body. And I hate to say, and I love these guys dearly today, they don't have that anymore. They look like cookie cutters. They look long. They want to keep saying big, big, big. Doesn't matter, big. Frank Zane wasn't big when he won the Mr. Olympia 3 times. It's not about that. I think these guys have to understand they have to be symmetrical. They've got to look good. It's got to flow. Everything's got to flow. It's not flowing with these guys today. Listen, they train hard, I know they do, but they've got to tone it down.
Yeah.
They're almost kind of being pushed into it. I mean, that's the thing. If the judges are awarding that look, then they have to do that look. If they award the winner with the guys of old school, now everybody's going to have to go to that direction. And I really wish they would do it, because back in the day, after pumping iron, I mean, Hollywood had a love affair against bodybuilding. They loved this, and even the public did. A guy would look at a guy like Frank Zane, and they would say, wow, if I trained a little bit harder, maybe I could look like him. And I hate to say this, today, the first thing they say is, how many drugs do I have to take? And I'm not saying I'm Mr. Right and, never did it. We did, but not into excess. That they have to understand that excess or just enough to what you need.
And, you said earlier that a lot of the modern bodybuilders all look alike. And back in the day, everyone had a unique appearance, maybe a pose or something like that.
Exactly.
Is that because of maybe the drugs or the whole system?
No, we trained a lot. We didn't take a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, I did minimum stuff.
Yeah.
But we trained hard. We put time into the working, in the diet. I don't know what's going on today, but some of the drugs they're taking today, it's really distorting their bodies. You can't come out to a show as a bodybuilder looking like you're pregnant. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. You gotta have a nice, slim, trim look. That's what bodybuilding is all about. Symmetry. You have to have it. And today they're not having it. I'm so sad about all this, and I still love bodybuilding, but like I said, they're getting pushed into it. So it's really up to the powers to be to change it. And they can change it by just rewarding. This is what we want. This is the look we want now, is you award that look. And now everybody will have to follow.
Yeah.
It's simple.
And bigger is not better.
No, bigger is not better. When I won the Mr. World, I was 195 pounds. I wasn't 250. I wasn't even 200 pounds. And I beat guys bigger than me. But it wasn't about how big I was or how big they were. I had much more symmetry. I was aesthetic. You have to have aesthetics. I mean, it was good, and I loved it. I didn't want to be big, 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 big. I wanted to be big, but enough to win. But I wanted to look good. When I wanted to get on the stage or people saw me in a picture, I want them to see quality body. This is the way you're supposed to look like. And that's what we went for. And Joe Weider pushed that back in the day. So maybe we can still push it again. Bodybuilding is still a great sport. So all you guys out there listening to me now, I'm not denouncing you. It's the fact that says it's your health too. That's the one thing, it's the health. I get so sad when I hear guys in their 20s and 30s are dying from the sport. This is not what it's supposed to be. It's about health. It's all about longevity. I'm 70 at this point now. A lot of you guys are not making it, not even to 50, not even to 40. So please, guys, just heed what we're saying. And I know a lot of the guys from back in the day have said it, so just heed it. We're not jealous about how you guys look. We're not at all. We're worried about the look, and we're worried about your health.
A little bit about the old days. How was it like to train with the legends of nowadays, with Arnold and everyone else?
I love it when people tell me that, ask that question, because it was absolutely fantastic. There will never be another time in place that we had Gold's Gym. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Camaraderie was really there. We weren't jealous against each other. We even helped each other to get in shape.
Yes.
You know, okay, maybe if you do this, maybe you get a little bit better. Yeah, but it's good, because now if you get better, I got to work harder. And it was good. I mean, it was like a brothership, man. It really was. The training was intense. I mean,
how was a typical day? How did you start, and how did you work out? How did you eat?
Well, I had a job.
Yeah.
Most of us all have jobs.
Okay.
I used to work for United Airlines for 10 years, and I worked, but I had a great schedule of work that gave me the opportunity to really hone in on my bodybuilding career. I worked from like 2:30 in the afternoon till 11 at night,
okay.
And I trained at 10 o'clock in the morning.
All right.
We all walked in, 10 o'clock, Arnold, Robbie, Frank Zane in the summer, because he was off during the days.
Yes.
And all the guys from Europe that would come in and train. And it was just, listen, if it was a power plant, they could put it right into Gold's Gym, and we would light up the whole city of Los Angeles. And the energy was unbelievable. And we trained, then we all go to the beach and eat, and then disperse. Now everybody had their own program. Arnold trained with guys. I had specific stuff. You know, everybody's body, is different, and you have to get to know what your body is, what you can do, what you can eat. So I trained 4 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll never lose those days. I'll never forget.
Yes.
And I couldn't do any more than that. I tried to do the program that Arnold had, 6 days a week, sometimes twice a week. I lost 5 pounds in the first week. So that told me my body can't recover. It's all about recover. You got to recover. And I only could recover by doing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, even when I was taking stuff. I still had to do it that way. That was my success. Because everybody was, you only train 4 days a week? And a lot of guys started doing it that way, and they loved it. Other guys had to do 5 or 6. I didn't have to do that. I couldn't do it. My body wouldn't let me.
Did you train in one workout, whole your body, or did you separate muscles?
That's a good question. I do chest, back, and shoulders on one day, and legs and arms the next day. Then Wednesday would rest, and then I would do repeat Monday on Thursday and Friday from Tuesday.
Okay.
And I had 2 days off, but it really, really worked for me.
Yes.
I grew. I mean, I had an advantage. You guys have got to go 5-6 times a week. Hey, I got 2 days more rest than you guys, so it's all good. So it works that way.
What about the rep count and set count? How many reps?
That's some good questions there. No, the rep count, we were 12 to 20 reps.
12 to 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes we do 8, but we still wanted to achieve 12 or 15, so we'll do drop sets. See, these guys, you can train heavy and do the light time and get all the reps you want. That's what we do. I do, maybe I can 8, 9, drop that down, do 3 more, drop it down, do 3 or 4 more, drop that down through. It worked really, really good. And we trained really hard. It was no sitting around, boom, 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 boom. There's no 5-minute rest, maybe a minute. That's it. You never want your body to totally recover when you're working out. You want to kind of work under probably about 40%. That's going to make the body get stronger and bigger. But now you have to understand one of the big things. Those muscles don't know how much weight you're using. They don't know you're 315 pounds. Only thing they work on is stress. It's the stress you put on them. That's going to make them grow. I keep trying to tell the guys, forget about that weight. Forget about it. The muscles don't know. If I'm bench press 315, my chest doesn't know it's 315 pounds. Only my head. It's the only thing. But the body feels the stress. It's 315, but I'm 12, 15 reps. The body feels it. But you want to use enough weight that's good for you. Don't worry about if a guy can bench 50, 60 pounds more than you. That's okay. His strength is much better than yours. Just work in the confines of your body. Frank Zane was a proponent for that one. He trained on what he needed to do. He trained mostly by himself because he knew his body. Everybody has to learn their body. So if you have to train by yourself, so be it.
Your off-season and your competition weight, how much difference was there?
It wasn't far apart.
Okay.
If I competed at 195, I was, let's see, me, Arnold, and Bob Birdsong. I'd lose weight, believe it or not, a little bit on the off season.
Yeah.
And by the time we came up, we got bigger. While other guys had to trim down, I was getting bigger. And that was the good thing. That was the good thing.
How did the diet work? Did you do more cardio or eat less?
Oh, I like this. Cardio. There was no sense. There was nothing about cardio back in the day.
Okay.
Look at Gold's Gym, the original. Did you see a treadmill? Did you see a bike there? Nothing. It was hard work and diet. Now for me, I was really, really blessed. I didn't really have to have a big diet. Guys used to hate me. When they're really honing down, I'm still eating the crap. I mean, I could even go to McDonald's and still get ripped. I mean, I had a very, very good metabolism. That's why I'm saying you have to know what your body works. If I took the diets that they did, I'd be skinny, totally skinny. I had to take many more carbs than these guys.
Okay.
So I knew that. And they did their thing, I did mine. But that's why we all look different and we all got in shape. But yes, there was no such as cardio. Today, these guys are doing 3 hours of cardio. Are you kidding me? Only thing you're burning is your muscles. It's overkill.
Do you have any? Do you remember the calorie count?
No, I don't even think we really counted calories. Okay. We just ate till we were full. We ate the right things, and it all worked out. But it was too much of the portions, but of what was the quality of the food you were eating. And
chicken, beef,
chicken, meat, eggs. See, that's the things that guys don't do today. We drink milk, we meat, potatoes. I mean, it worked. Yeah. But today now we know we could get it even better. Like instead of using white potatoes, you would go to the yams. A lot of vegetables today. Yeah. And that's what you got to do. And I ate a lot of oatmeal. Like I said, I drank milk, chicken, fish, beef. And that's potatoes. That's what we did. Yogurt. Things like that. Okay. A lot of guys can't. They're sensitive really with milk products, but we did it. But closer to the show, we did kind of ease them out, and it worked.
The milk products,
right?
Because
you don't want to lose, or you don't want to get too lean before the show. You know, you want to 3 weeks before you should be almost like there, so you don't have to rush it.
Yeah.
You want to be honed in 3 weeks. You should be ready. If you have to rush, you're not going to be ready. Guys wait to the last minute and they say, "Oh man, I messed up," because you waited the last minute. You don't wait for the last minute. You gotta even it out, portion it out. You know, you gotta think about this and what you're doing. And if you're going to get a coach, you got to get a coach that really knows what what they're doing.
Were there any special techniques for the preparation, getting the?
No. What we did do is we practiced posing for hours every day, close to the show. It was always good. Like the end of the night, we pose until we drop, and that was it.
Okay.
So
no playing around with water and salt.
No, I mean there's no magic bullet with this stuff.
Okay.
You know, the basic stuff. There's nothing that they're doing today that we didn't do yesterday. I mean, so it's just you just gotta stay with the basics. When you're building a building, do they change the basics? They get the foundation first, then they build up the side wall. Yeah. If they do anything different, that might fall down. Yeah. So stick with the basics. You know, you can experiment, but way before the show.
That's true.
Don't do it when the trunk,
Yeah,
when the
that's
show
true.
comes. Now, oh, it didn't work. Well, you don't do it before,
Yeah.
well, just before the show. You got to do it before, months before, and now you can know. Oh, okay, I can't do that. Now I'll do something else.
What about Kevin Lavroni getting back to the stage at his age? And
Well,
of course, taking all the necessary steps to achieve that
Yeah,
condition.
right.
What do you think about that
Well,
at his age?
Well, for me, I would like people to just remember me how I looked when I won the Mr. World, not too much more. You know, bodybuilding can be very fickle. You know, if you go on the stage not looking like you looked yesterday, he's no good. You know, now they have that memory of that last show.
Yeah.
You don't want that. Why do you think Arnold stopped out at the last one? You want people to remember you, how you look, your last
At your
show.
prime, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's the way I do the same thing.
Yeah. So a good or bad thing, or do you want to hold your opinion about Lavroni?
Well,
or is that just promoting his
if
business?
I was him, I think that's a bad way to promote, though.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not a good way to promote. You're less than what you were before. So whatever you might be selling, now it's like, well, it didn't work for him. Look at him. So,
Okay.
but now you can say something. Yeah, back in the day, that's it. I mean, and you have to understand, they're not going to give it to us. If I try to go back again, they're not going to give it to me. It's a new game. We had our time in the sun, and so let's move on. You got to move on. Arnold was smart. Move on. I did everything I need. Now I have the name. Now I can do something else, and that's the way I look at the same thing. So I just think, now Flex is going in again, but I have to say he's not going to win either. But I think you're just killing your brand by going in now. Just, you got to forget about the ego. It's not about the ego. It's longevity. I just talked about that. It's longevity. You want to be here a long time, and people want to think you above. Wow, 1974. Wow, he was great. Man, he still looks good. See? Oh, sometimes you say, Bill, you should do it again. I said, no, it's done. It's done. I do it because I love it, and that's the way I have. It's a brand, and I want to look good. I don't need to be on the stage. People already know me. I made my name.
A lot of people don't know that you survived pretty serious.
Oh, you knew that?
I read about an article
Yeah.
about the intestine problem
Yes,
you had.
I almost died. It was 3 years of just tyranny with me. It was torture.
So
I went 1 month, I lost 40 pounds. I went down to 140 pounds. Surely I was going to die. Well, I almost did. I was on my deathbed when everything happened. Real quick, I'll say my nephew was at my house, and he said, Uncle Bill, should I take you to the hospital? He said, you're looking really bad. And I said, well, it's a little bit worse than what it usually is, but I'll be all right. I'll just go to sleep and it'll be okay. An hour after he was gone, I was on the floor. I was pain, and I can feel it. Someone told me, you're dying. You need to go to the hospital. I picked myself off the floor. I didn't call an ambulance. Athletes, we don't want any help. I got in my car and drove about 70 miles an hour to the hospital. I got there. I think it was almost a miracle because my doctor was there, and I had really a great doctor. And I said, Doc, I feel like I'm dying. You know what he told me? You are dying. You need surgery like now.
they opened you from throat to
No, not here. Just from here
from the abs to
here
the-
to down.
Yeah.
And I had a perforated colon.
Yeah.
Only thing he had to do is he had to clarify it. He had to get the x-rays and stuff, and he
Yeah.
says, yeah, you need this surgery now. He had a team of guys because this guy was a worldwide known. And he says, I was hearing him screaming him out, man. Come on, guys, let's go, come on. 3-hour surgery later, I woke up and I was freaking out. I mean, I had tubes, everything, 18 staples in my stomach, about 30 stitches underneath that, and I thought it was all over for me. But athletes, they never give up. I mean, people would see me in the gym, and they told me, Bill, you're gonna be okay in the back. Oh man, Grant's gonna die, man. And I looked like death warmed over me. I mean, I look in the mirror and I would cry. My son here in Finland is the one who took care of me the whole time. People don't know that. I couldn't work for 3 years. He totally took care of me. I mean, it was bad. That's why I came here last year, because I was confused. I had really no idea since that, I couldn't think about what I was going to go. I had no perspective of what my life was going to be. And he brought me here. This is a very calm country. I've never seen a country, never seen police, not hearing sirens all the time, not looking on the TV. This guy got shot, that guy got blew up, that guy's like, it wasn't his. I had a chance to sit down with the family and get my perspective.
Stress levels down.
It was great.
Helps to that.
And I got right back again. So, well, Arnold, I have your slogan. I told everybody, I'll be back. And that's right, it was. And yes, I'm much better now than I was, I think, in my 30s. My energy level is incredible. Look at the people I train with. These young people I train, and they can't keep up hardly. But I love it, and I love this game, and that saved my life. I mean, when somebody has to take all your guts out and put them on a table, and you're like boned like a fish, it's like 6 inches of colon they had to take out. But I survived, and I'm blessed, and thank God I'm here.
So you're in the supplement business?
Yes, I am. I had a supplement some years ago. It didn't go well, but you know, you gotta believe it. You know, if you can't believe it, you can't achieve it. And I always said, I will be back with this product again. And yes, it's going to be coming back. We should be ready for production. Should be done at the end of this month. And we're working on selling it in the United States. But for all you guys out here in Europe, it's going to be a great product, and I will be here to come to different countries here in Europe to talk about the product, and it's a good product. All the people that used it before, they're so happy I'm coming back with it. It's a creatine cocktail.
In October we have this national competition, bodybuilding competition,
yes,
in Lahti.
Yes.
So that, I don't know if you're around here at that time, but that might be a place to get to know people, maybe the retailers or something like that.
That might be a good idea.
October,
yes,
maybe 20th or something like that, at the end of October.
Right.
And that's the biggest competition here in Finland.
We've got a couple of months to get this together.
So that might be a good place to promote it.
Good.
Maybe not a stand, but hang around there, or maybe a stand.
Right.
So maybe she can help you kind of.
Exactly.
I think they're selling the stands there.
Well, also, the people out there, just go to my Facebook page, Bill Grant. We can talk there, or my Instagram. It's all new. It's a new day now. Bill is back again now.
Well, I thank you for the interview. I said 5 minutes. We're on 21 minutes.
That's okay. We're ready. It's all good. Thanks everybody for listening. And hey, train hard. You gotta think about yourself. You gotta think about what's going on in your body. It's all about you. Don't just get big to get big. Do it. Slow down. Cool down. Think about all this stuff what you're doing. You gotta have a plan. And if you don't have a plan, you're not going anywhere. Get that plan and make it good, and you'll have longevity too.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Tell this about you. I know he's
Same
doing
what you
exactly.
said. Before I come to Finland, I introduced to him. When I was trained, I was like till 21 when I was trained there. I always was pushed so heavy weight. I was do 250 kilo squat because I was strong in my leg. I was always push weight. Since I was 20 years, I had so much pain in my knee, in my back, in my shoulder. I was all injuries. Then
that's right.
He knew me. It's been 1 year. I almost trained my leg 10. I'm not training my leg. He said, your leg is a big leg. You don't need to train.
See,
I swear to you.
I told us, I got this guy, he's got huge delts. I said, why are you killing your delts? We're not doing delts, man. We don't have to do all that delt stuff. You got to get your arms. Your arms are big, your delts are big, your chest looks small, and your arms look small. Because your shoulders are too big. You got to catch up.
And he always...
Yeah, he doesn't even
Now
have
I
legs.
do like 50
No, there's no way in hell.
Now I do 50 kilo squat. It's much bigger. And I'm not even training.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just want to maintain. And you don't need a lot of weight to get big. I don't know where these guys think you got to be pushing all this weight. What did I
I didn't
You got to
knew.
have volume.
I didn't have any, I was so young, I didn't have any how can I say, experience and information. I was just see people, everybody pushing heavy, and I was do. Then I knew him. I swear to you, I do 40 kilo bench press. My chest is 10 times twice bigger than
You
him.
don't need it. You don't need that.
Exactly.
weight.
And
Back
I
in the
feel so
day,
healthy,
if you look in the
more
day,
fresh, more
even Arnold
active.
at his 250, we were benching like 365 with 15 reps. These guys using 500, 3 out, and
Yeah.
it does, and they don't even have a full range motion. Remember,
Yeah.
you got full range motion. You don't.
Yeah.
That doesn't make the muscles look good.
Yeah,
You want the muscle to be long and split, and you go. That's the look you'll get. You get the look by the way you train. And he's doing it right. You don't need tons and tons of leg work.
He always told me do that, only the cardio. I was doing the cardio, and I see my leg is growing. He told me, man, I tell you, you don't need to do your leg. I was say, what I do is they are still growing. He just said, do your upper body, because now you see they are still big. My leg was hiding my upper body.
Of course.
They were so small, but since he got me in balance and symmetry.
You were low body. You were too heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
Heavy bottom at the
Yes,
bottom.
yes.
So
But he
if you
made
wanna
me now
like that. You gotta like I love Tom Platz back in the day, but he just had legs. He had no upper body.
Yeah.
And we used to tell him, Tom, you had no arms. Dude, forget those legs, man. You work the upper body now. He didn't listen. He didn't listen to anybody. He just wanted big legs, but the upper body didn't match. Everything has to match.
Yeah.
Steve back in the day with Steve Reeves. Okay, he wasn't as big as us, but he was symmetrical.
Yeah.
This is what bodybuilding's all about. I mean, that's what they kind of forgetting. They're getting away from that. They need to get back to where it really was, to the basics. This is the kind of looks you want. You don't need that other crazy look. They look alike. They look all alike. Back in the day in the 70s, Arnold had an Olympia one time, and we had the black shadow, and everybody did their signature pose, and everybody knew who it was, because we look different. And that's the way bodybuilders supposed to go. And you got to train for what your body is. Look at Frank Zane. He wasn't huge. They're talking about the big. Look at him. He beat guys because that's what the look was supposed to be. It wasn't to have to be big, because the guys who were big didn't compare, and they used to get mad. Wow, he was so small. Yeah, but look at him. Look at the picture. Look at the symmetry. Look at yourself now. No symmetry. You're just big. Anybody could get big, but now chisel it down. We're like artists, man. We're artists, man. We're draining. We're chiselers too, man. Sculptors. We gotta chisel a little here, chisel a little there.
Yeah,
Just look at
make it
yourself.
deeper.
Just making yourself as a sculptor.
Yes.
And this is our tool, the mirror, so we can see it. People say you're narcissistic. No, it's not. This is our tool. We have to see what we're looking, and then we have to figure out what we got to do. People say whatever they want. I used to say, listen, this is my tool. If I don't have a mirror, how am I going to know what I'm going to have to do?
That's true.
So, and that's what he's doing for you. He's your mirror.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah, you listen to this man. At least listen to this man. Look what he's done to you already.
I tell you, my back, I almost didn't have any back muscle. It was totally empty. But he made it. Now it's
Yeah. Give you some deadlifts, some real rows, one dumbbell rows, a lot of chins. Basic. It's no magic bullet for this stuff. There's nothing magic, just the basics. You just got to learn how to do it. There's nothing that's going to make you, do something. You just got to do the right thing.
exactly.
You know,
And same as what you say before. When I was come to gym, like I had the shoulders, I was do many trainings to them. He said, you don't need that. Do few trainings that moves all the shoulder, and that's it. You don't need to kill the muscle.
You just want to maintain. That's what he's doing with your legs. He just wants you to maintain your legs. He doesn't want your legs get real big. Then it's going to outshadow your upper body. You just want to maintain it till everything else catches up. But guys don't do it. It's a shame. You got a winner here, man.
Hope so.
Keep going. You got to keep thinking it.
Yeah.
You got to visualize. You got to see yourself to where you're going to be before you're there. Even if you're not there, you have to see it. People might say, well, what are you looking at? That's what they used to tell me. I said, you don't see it, but I do.
I see.
Really? I said, that's right. And you got to believe in yourself.
Yes.
There's another couple words. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. If you can't, you won't. Don't ever say you can't, because if you can't, you won't. Those are words you just got to stay out of your vocabulary. I can't. Horrible word. I can and I will. Okay, just think about that constantly. That's what you got to do, and you have to believe it to achieve that. It's a mental thing. It's a real mental thing. People thought I was 4'9", 110 pounds when I started. People said you couldn't do it. And that's can't. Oh, you see, I will. And that's what it did. I trained. I worked. I didn't listen. All that negative stuff people were giving me, I just take that inside and use it as energy and strength. That's all you do. Forget about what people say. Don't worry about what they say. They're losers. That's why they're talking to you like that, because they're jealous. You're gonna have a lot of jealous people around as you get up. They're gonna tear you down. You can't let them do that. Walk away from them. You want to be around people who are going to be positive, like your coach. Have any problems, you go talk to your coach. Don't talk to the other guys, because they're not going to give you the right stuff. He's going to give you the right stuff, okay? He's the man.
Thank you, sir.
If you got hair like this, right? So you don't want to throw him away, right? No. People, I've seen guys do it. I've seen them do it, and then they're the worst. They get nothing now. So why did you get away from your coach? You think you're better? Hey, even at this juncture, I would need a coach too. It doesn't matter. You know, the best in anything. Sometimes they need a coach. So always think about that, and just listen to the coach.